I'm just going to put this as I borrowed a riven from somebody, and yeah, there's just something about this that I was told to try this weapon with gas damage. It came with toxin on it, this had heat on it. Yes, it is losing not quite half of its crit. It's going from 20 down to 12. It's still more than the, I think it was 7 it comes with. Yeah. But you can see the damage that I had before was magnetic, and it's added a little bit more to that. I have swapped that out from what it was, Ice Storm, which increased the magazine capacity, hence that's gone down, to Frostbite, which is an extra 20% of cold damage there. And well, this thing, the best way I can put it is it was just annihilating all in certain missions, and then I threw this riven in here and well, it annihilated even more. There is no nice way of putting it. The Nukor has kind of taken over as one of the crowd controlling type weapons because it arcs between enemies. It makes them expand. Once one pops, it starts a chain reaction sometimes, and you end up with great chain reactions on this thing. So damage, yeah, I was using it against the corpus with very little magnetic, very little radiation. Threw this on gas. I still stand by the fact that, yeah, okay, the gas damage technically added to this was, it almost doubled the toxin damage it had. I should have done this a long time ago. I should also mention those stats from the beginning. That was taking out Magnum Force. Magnum Force, of course, being, if I put it back on the screen again, 165% damage. I took that out, put in a riven, and this is one of the reasons people like rivens in guns. It's not the damage that it added that I liked about this riven. It's the fact that it took the 132% toxin and made it 476% gas. Yes, the radiation went up by little over 14. Meaningless, really. The magnetic went up just over 100, mainly because I swapped out Frostbite and took out Ice Storm and put Frostbite in, which was an extra 20%, which increased that even more. It increased the status chance, the accuracy came back to this. It just, all in all, made everything just work better. I will in the future be hunting for, I'm just going to say, a better-ish riven, that minus crit chance. If that wasn't on there, this would have been great, but one with plus 102.7% crit chance would have been better, because the Nukor has a 10.5 times crit multiplier. So increasing that crit chance would just make this thing amazing. Obviously you can reroll rivens over and over again, but as I mentioned before, I borrowed this one and it just completely changed my mind about wanting to actually put a riven in this, because oh wow, the crit chance went down, yes, the crit multiplier stayed the same, but the damage went up. So when it did crit, you knew about it. And 11 rounds, well 10 of lure using just the Nukor and a mag. Okay, yeah, there's a reason this has become my go-to secondary, and the reason I was using this on lure, which is why it has magnetic on it, which is, to be honest, this riven didn't affect in the slightest, so can still change that to corrosive and leave the riven in there. It will just have permagas, that's all. I want lure lenses. I need lure lenses. I've now got to a point in my focus farming where I need lure lenses for a faction that I completely ignored, or a tree that I've ignored since Focus 2.0 came out, and turns out because I've ignored it, I have no lenses for it. So, may as well just go straight to Lua lenses and avoid everything else. I'm still running the Naramon lenses anyway, but that's why it's against the Corpus. And the difference was really kind of night and day. It was kind of puttering out around 8 to 9, because it was doing, which is why I left it at the beginning, 284 point... Actually, I can show this if I still have it. I do still have it, and you can see the reason that it was kind of puttering out around wave 8. If we're being honest, it was around 7. It was struggling once we got into round 8, but just the slight difference of swapping that out for the 60% one and swapping that for a riven that just happened to have more damage than this, which probably helped a little bit, but it's just a little, really did take these numbers to, I mean, 282.8 magnetic versus 524. There's a reason that it started annihilating all, and honestly, yeah, if I can kind of get that the same as that, but with crit chance instead of without, the elemental combo be damned. As for the ammo max, that was actually really useful because I kept running out of ammo in the Nukor, and honestly, really helpful to have this considering I'm farming Lua lenses. But the difference was just nuts for something that really shouldn't have changed the weapon that much. Well, stats don't lie. That should not have changed it to that extent. And really, it's now finally, in total, doing over 1,000 damage, which is all I wanted from this, versus the 600 it was doing before. So not totally doubled the damage, it's only an extra like 20-something% damage anyway. But it just made such the difference that, honestly, there's a reason that Kuva Nukor is becoming the king of crowd control, and I wouldn't change this for the world. Though, I still want to put a Lua lens on it so it's making more focus points, which is why I was in there doing that, which is why this riven was so helpful. Because round 10 and this thing was still going strong. We probably could have gone further than that. But anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.